Hi, everybody. You made it to Wednesday, April 15th. It is Student Congress information today, is what I'm sharing. It's our last debate, and it isn't really the same as the traditional debates that you've done, in that you're not actually debating against an opponent. It is that you're presenting an idea to the class as a whole, and you are sharing it with us. The way we're going to do this, it's a little complicated, I think. And I'm going to kind of talk you through it. So first, let's get a little introduction to Student Congress. All of the things that I'm sharing with you right now will be available for you, or are available for you, on Schoology. Links that I've placed within this folder down below underneath this screencast. So let me first talk to you a little bit about what Student Congress is. Okay, Student Congress is basically a mock Congress. So, what happens in Congress? Well, it's a bill making organization. So, you are going to be doing three things as part of Student Congress. Number one, you are going to be deciding on a bill that you want passed and made into law. Now, this is uh, usually run typically with actual bills that are maybe being under consideration about topics that Congress might actually, like the United States Congress, might actually be deciding upon. However, in the past 2 years of rhetoric and research, as I've been teaching it, we've done it a little less formal. And I'm going to leave that to you. And it's something that I'm going to be asking you. There's directly underneath this, there is a survey for you to vote on whether you want to do a serious student congress where you're discussing actual bills, like types of bills that Congress might actually encounter, or if you want to do a more humorous, kind of lighthearted student congress where you're going to be presenting more funny bills and trying to get it passed in student congress. One way, the formal way, is a little bit easier to do research on, because you can find information about specific bills that are going through Congress right now and kind of use that research to kind of help you build your bill. However, it's not quite as fun. The other way can be a little bit more difficult to find research to support your bill when you're writing your actual speech, but it is a heck of a lot more fun to debate about. So, first, you're going to be deciding on a bill and you're going to be writing the bill. Second, you will get a copy of everyone's bills. Everyone's bills will be available for you to have a copy of and to take a look at. And you will have to put 3 questions that you would ask the bill writers on every bill that is posted in Schoology. And that's going to happen, I believe, sometime next week. That's 2 assignments. Write a bill. 3 questions for every bill get posted in the comments section on Schoology, and I'll walk you through that. The third thing that you're going to have to do, you yourself, is write a bill authorship speech where you will be sharing information about your bill, and this is going to be super persuasive, providing information about your bill and also trying to persuade people to vote for your bill. That's the third thing that you're going to have to do. The way we're going to have to do it this year is, when you are presenting your authorship speech, you will have to do a video recording of you presenting that speech. And you will have to send it to me on a specific date. Everyone will be sending their same recording, or their recording on the same date. And I will be posting them on the days that you'll be presenting your bill. When we get to the bill presentation time, there'll be 2 bills that we're presenting each day. So 2 videos will go up every day. I will have the links to those that you'll have to send to me. I'd like you to put them on either YouTube or Google, so that I can have a copy of that. then, like I said, I'll be posting them on Schoology. Okay, so that's 3 authorship speech. Then the fourth thing that we'll be doing is we'll be doing a virtual debate on the bills. You will need to have gone back to your bill and looked at the questions that people have posted, and you will have to comment to answer those questions on the bill. Then for the debate process, the class actually debates each other. So I will be putting up a discussion topic, and each of you will need to state within the discussion where you stand on the specific bill, and you will have to reply to 2 other people in that about like commenting on what they said, what you agree with what they said and what you disagree with what they said. Then at the end, you'll have a survey that you'll have to fill out to vote on the bill, and we'll see whether the bill gets passed. You have 2 opportunities for extra points with this student congress. The first is if in your video recording, you are dressed professionally as if you are presenting in front of Congress. That could be a suit and a tie. That could be a nice dress or something like that. You have to look good, professional or professional casual attire. That's the one opportunity for extra credit. The other opportunity for extra credit is if your bill actually gets passed by Congress. And each student in Congress and the teacher has a vote about whether or not your bill should be presented. So that's how it's going to run. So let me walk you down what you're going to have to do. This is this handout, which is the first thing that you see, which is information handout for Student Congress. There is a worksheet attached to it, which are things that you should be thinking about for your bill. I will be posting this later, I think tomorrow, and you will be working on it over the weekend once you decide on the topic of your bill. So I am asking you today to come up with, to brainstorm 2 or 3 serious topics and 2 or 3 funny topics, and then vote on whether you want to do a serious student congress or a funny student congress, and we'll all run it however, which way the majority votes. Okay, you'll be doing a bill template. So writing your bill itself looks a little bit like this, and I'll show you next week, I'll show you examples of them so that you can see what they look like. So it is very specific up here, a bill to action word, what's the article, what is the objection, what is the summarize the solution specifically, and I'll give you examples of that. You have different articles, and I will explain what the different articles have to have in there so that you can kind of have that. It should fit on a single page. So as you can see, this isn't going to be exceedingly detailed, this bill. It's kind of like the basics of what your bill is going to be. All right, so let's talk bill ideas. The ideas that I have are basically the serious ideas, and that's posted down below. So you can think about like, what's a bill that I want to do for economics, business, labor. There's animal rights bills, there's health bills, and you can kind of see what some of the health bills could potentially be. A lot of them are taxes or inspections. Then there's education and youth issues. There is environmental issues. There's a whole bunch listed on here that you could think about as far as serious ones. So what I want you to do for when you're answering the discussion question below about potential serious topics, I want you to look over these and choose a few that you think would be ones that you'd be willing to research and write about. Okay, now let's talk about fun bill ideas. I'm going to go over with you some of the fun bills that I've had in the past. I've had students write a bill that have said that no red cars can be driven on the road on Mondays. They've explained within that bill that red cars cause people to be angry, and most traffic accidents happen on, and incidents of road rage happens on Monday when you're headed to work, and therefore, if you have a red car, you cannot drive it on the roadways on Monday. That was one. There was another one where, and this is the example that I'll show you, I think this is the example that I'll show you. It is Jake Evans and Dylan Qualls came up with an idea that was everyone, instead of carrying a ID, would get a pony at birth, and that would be their specific identification pony that they would be assigned to. So that was another bill, like fun bill idea. And they kind of went through why the pony and how you regulate that and things like that. Then another one that I had was that all adults over the age of, I think it was 80 or maybe it was 75, would be euthanized unless they proved that they were contributing to society. That was a crazy bill, but it was one that, the kids like talked about. So those are some like fun ideas that you can do. All right. You can decide for yourselves, do you want to do a serious student congress or a funny student congress? Make that vote down below. That's a must do. Another must do that you have to do is to brainstorm ideas for serious and humorous topics. That is also down below. Please also look through the links for all of this information. And then tomorrow we'll be doing a little bit more with brainstorming for ideas. All right. Thanks so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to come and sign in tomorrow so that I can count your attendance.